Back on Get Up, Ryan Clark, you are our resident fashionista. This was Devontae Smith.
I already know.
What do you think?
Hey, that's how the boot boys do it. When you from Louisiana, you got a standard. There's a standard you must walk into the stadium with, and every week, Devontae, he exceeds that standard. This is right here. This is championship level outfit week 1. What is he going to do for week 2?
Boot up or shut up.
Man.
Well, far be it for me to spoil the party, but that outfit was by far the best thing the Eagles wide receivers did in this game last night.
Oh, wow.
Devontae Smith had 3 catches for 16 yards. A.J. Brown had 1 catch for 8 yards. Saquon Barkley was bottled up as well. 60 rushing yards on 3.2 yards per carry, his second fewest since the start of last season. I asked the question, Teddy Bruschi, something or nothing? The fact that A.J. Brown, listen, winning a championship almost puts everything else to rest, right? It's like all these things never happened. The reading of the book and the measuring the offense in feet and all those different things that we were doing all of last year, it all went away because they won the Super Bowl and they played great, and so none of it mattered. Now we start a season and, you know, the star receiver has 1 catch for 8 yards. Is that something or nothing?
I think it's nothing right now. I mean, A.J. understands what it takes to win championships. I think Sirianni does a great job of expressing to these guys, 1 week it's going to be you. Other week, I mean, it wasn't Saquon last night. The leading rusher was Hurts, I believe.
He was.
Yeah, so it's like Saquon didn't get it, A.J. didn't get it, Devontae didn't get it. You know, Dotson made the play, and the star was Hurts. That will change week to week with these guys. I think A.J. will understand that.
It's nothing. And one, that's what was demanded by the offense, by the Cowboys defense. The Cowboys defense said, we are going to put a top on everything. We're not going to play you in man coverage. We're not going to give you the opportunity to throw the ball downfield outside of the Dotson post. 2, and this is where I've kind of grown with Jalen, he just is one of those guys that what's needed on that play to win that rep and what's needed in that game to win that game. He's just one of those quarterbacks. It's wordplay at times for other people when he says it's just whatever it takes to win. That's what was asked of him last night. It's what it took to win. He was 19 of 19 throwing the football. What else do you want from the guy? 3 drops and a throwaway. So I would tell you the decision making was perfect, and I would tell you the where and when he threw the football was perfect. For me, I think it's nothing.
I would also add one of the big question marks for Philly was how they were going to replace Kellen Moore. I didn't notice much of a drop-off with Kevin Patullo, especially those first 3 drives. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. If that was one of the big looming questions around the defending champions, we certainly aren't waking up this morning saying, the offense looked terrible. The offense looked very good.
Right, but to me, though, that is the question with Kevin Patullo, right? Does he go back and now sit back and watch this game and say to himself, I do have to get A.J. involved. I have to, early on in the game, I got to just throw a hitch, right, if I get off coverage. Or if I have press coverage, I got to give him an opportunity in a one-on-one, a 50-50 ball down the football field. It's how he continues to progress, not only as a play caller, but as a leader of the offense. Because if you think back to the Carolina week last year, it wasn't that A.J. wasn't open. It wasn't that A.J. didn't have one-on-ones. It was that he felt like he didn't get opportunities. So when does it get to a point this season where you as the offensive coordinator start thinking about the future? Because Jalen Hurts is absolutely going to think, how do I win this week? What is the right play on this play? Where's the right decision? But if you're Kevin Patullo, if you are Nick Sirianni, you have to think to yourself, if I have to get these people involved, have I gotten them the reps? Do they have the touches? Do they have the feel? And so I do think that this is going to be more of an evolution for him as a play caller.
Yeah, Patullo, could he start to feel the pressure? Absolutely, about, there's an irritated A.J. Brown. I mean, what am I going to do here? But there's one person that won't be, and just the progression of leadership of Jalen.
Yeah.
I mean, he could tell this offensive coordinator, no, I don't care. We're going to do what I want to do. I think he's there now. I mean, it isn't like I'm going to defer to coaches and whatever they want to do. Quarterbacks get to a point at a certain point in their career, or they've got the MVPs or the Super Bowl MVPs or the championship and the rings on their finger. I know how to do it now. So don't change it, and that's what he can do.
Let's say another thing as fans over here, Schrager. I'm looking directly at you again. I said what I said about the Cowboys. I'll say this about the Eagles. There's nothing better that can happen than when you think your team played badly and won.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think the Eagles played well at all.
They had 9 penalties for 110 yards, and their best player got thrown out of the game before it even started, and they won.
That's what
I'll take
like,
that.
That's a monster.
That's a lot of
right?
coaching for Sirianni to look at and say, I got a lot to say this week, which is good.
Yeah, C-Game, I think the two takeaways, if you're, again, negatively, if you're Philly, are, one, the penalties, the defensive penalties. You said 9 on defense.
9 for 110.
9 for 110. In parts, kept Dallas in the game at times. And then, two, we've talked about it. There's a problem opposite Quinyon. And so they're going to have to figure that out. This isn't just an RC, you know it, Teddy. This isn't just an easy replace. I mean, if we knew that they were going to go after Adoree', and they went after Adoree' and had success, everybody else is going to too.
First off, we talked about their execution in the 2-minute, right before the half, where you get the field goal.
Cowboys, yeah.
They just threw the ball to the right side of the field the entire time because that's where Jarrett was lined up, right? And so they understood Quinyon Mitchell's over there. We're going to throw the football over here. We're going to continue to make plays. And so to me, as they go forward, they have to figure out how do we cover on the other side from a schematic standpoint, which is going to leave Quinyon Mitchell in some one-on-ones with some number one receivers.
Yeah, and by the way, real quick, the world champions are now on like a bye. By the way, so they got plenty.
They got a week and a half.
They got plenty of time now to fix whatever
they are
problems.
playing
they have.
Arrowhead, though.
They're going to Arrowhead.
I call
next
this
week.
man Jared. This man name's Bennett. Like, I don't know who in the hell on the other side.
It's all right. It's going to be really interesting. So we will make almost no departures from the game this morning, but there is an enormous story taking place in the NBA as well. As you are no doubt aware and have heard by now, the Los Angeles Clippers are facing allegations that they went around the rules of the salary cap when they signed their star, Kawhi Leonard. An investigation that was done by Pablo Torre found that a now bankrupt company, Aspiration, that was partially owned by the Clippers owner, Steve Ballmer, had agreed to pay Kawhi Leonard nearly $30 million in endorsement money for a, quote, no-show job. Last night, Ballmer sat down with our Ramona Shelburne to address the situation.
You never directed anyone from Aspiration to do an endorsement deal with Kawhi Leonard?
No, I didn't. And more importantly, we, the Clippers, did not. We didn't give them direction. We made an introduction as is appropriate under the rules. A lot of sponsors do like to, they call it activate by doing something also with players. We made the introduction, and that was that. Kawhi's business is Kawhi's business, but we've always done the right thing.
Have you spoken to Kawhi about any of these allegations since the podcast came out on Wednesday?
I have not, no.
Would you be interested to see what he has to say?
It's really his business with Aspiration. So, I wouldn't ask about it, no.
The league announced on Wednesday it will launch an investigation into whether Ballmer and the Clippers violated league rules regarding the matter. You'll see that entire interview with Ramona and Steve Ballmer later today here on ESPN. Coming up, back to the night that was. The D in Big D stood for drops, costly ones. Did the Cowboys give away a golden chance to steal the opener? We're all over it next. You're watching Get Up on ESPN.